Visit tcgcastle.com and get 5% discount on your purchase with TCG Center 5 code. Send us your bulk in exchange for Evolution Booster Box. Visit TCG Castle or check video description to learn more. How's it going, guys? Welcome back to Pokemon TCG Center. In today's video, we are looking at the deck from the World's 2014 Master Division winner Andrew Estrada that actually won Worlds with this build. I mean, it's crazy. It's just crazy. I mean, I managed to get idea to actually copy his list, put it into TCGO, and then try to test it against some decks in the current standard format, like the Mega Mewtwo, like the Dark Rage Giratina, like the Friday Night Yveltal, and I'm kind of surprised how good this deck still is. I mean, this deck actually managed to beat all of those decks without too much problems. I mean, you don't have Hexmaniac, you don't have Lysander, you have Catcher, but on the coin flip, I guess, and this deck is just absolutely beast. I mean, it's just insane. So almost 3 years ago, he won Worlds on 2014, and yeah, this is his list. So he played 10 Pokemon, 37 training cards, and 13 energies. It's a Virizion Genesect deck list. So 4 Genesect, 4 Virizion, 1 Jirachi, and 1 Mr. Mime. A Genesect with the red signal actually have ability that when you attach Plasma Energy from your hand to it, you can just simply Lysander one of your opponent benched Pokemon. Megalocan can strike for 100 and spread 20 damage to one of your opponent benched Pokemon. The good thing here is that he have Muscle Band. So with the Muscle Band, we can one-hit knock out Shamans and pretty much do 2 hits knockouts against other EXs, but the most important thing with the G Booster, we can just one-hit knockout everything in a current standard format because we have 2 copies of Tool Scrapper and we can easily scrap those Fighting Fury Belts. It's just insane. It's just insane. On the other side, Virizion-EX with the Verdant Wind will prevent all of abilities and special effects down to your Pokemon that actually have grass energy, so you cannot be asleep, paralyzed, poison, and stuff like that. And with the Emerald Slash, you can go for 50 and attach 2 energies to your benched Pokemon as you like. So Jirachi-EX with the Stellar Guardians, we all know what this card is capable to do. I mean, it can search your deck for a supporter card and put it into your hand when you put it down to the bench. Very good card. And of course, Mr. Mime, which can even prevent those finite Yveltals striking 60 down to, for example, Virizion and Genesect. It's just insane. Okay, so from other cards, as you can see right here, only 1 Colress Machine. Okay, only 1 Colress Machine. I mean, it allows you to search your deck for Plasma Energy and put down to your Genesect-EX. 3 Energy Switches, very good card and helped me a lot when I test this deck. 2 Enhanced Hammers, also very good card because this is a standard form with the Giratinas, with the Friday Night Yveltals, with the Double Course Energies, Dragon Energies, and stuff like that, so you can just easily scrap them out with the Enhanced Hammer. I really like it. 1 Professor's Leather, so you can search your deck for 2 Grass Energies, 1 Super Rod, of course, 2 Tool Scrappers, so you can remove 2 tools attached from any Pokemon in play. It can also be scrapped from one of your Pokemons in play. It's just a very good card. Now, 1 copy of Town Map, so you can see your prize cards. 4 Ultra Balls, so you can pretty much discard 2 cards from your hand in order to search your deck for 1 Pokemon. That's pretty much it. Supporter list is so freaking huge. I mean, we have 1 Colress, shuffle your hand in your deck, then draw number of cards equal to the benched Pokemons, both your and your opponent. In theory, you can draw up to 10 cards. 10 cards, yes. 5 Pokemons on my bench, 1 on my opponent. 4 copies of N. 4 copies of Professor Juniper, 2 copies of Shadow Triad. Very good card because it allows you to grab any Plasma card from your discard pile into your hand, so you can just use another Plasma Energy and use it as a catcher ability. Very good card. So basically, Shadow Triad is something like a Lysander in this deck. The most important thing, this deck runs 4 copies of Skyla. I mean, these days we have Shaman, we don't need Skyla, but back then, every deck, almost every deck run 4 copies of Skyla, so it's just insane. 3 copies of Skyarrow Bridge, so you can have 3 retreat cost because all of these Pokemon have only 1 retreat cost. It's a very good optimized, especially for these days, for the Battle Stadium Wars. 1 G Booster, as I mentioned earlier, it can go for 200 through everything. It can go through the carving, it can go through the safeguard, it can go through everything as long as you have a G Booster attached, so you don't have to worry about having Hexmaniac. 3 copies of Muscle Band for extra 20 damage and 13 energies, as I mentioned earlier. 4 of them are Plasma Energies and 9 of them are just regular Grass Energies. I'm kind of surprised how this deck could work. I mean, it's just insane. I mean, it's just crazy. So I highly recommend you guys to test it out, maybe even the current expanded format, because it's definitely worth to play, especially with some other cards that you can take inside, like Computer Search and stuff like that. So I mean, yeah, definitely you can't play Computer Search because we actually have G Booster, but Ultra Balls, Hoopas, Shamans, stuff like that, you can just have turn 1 with the max elixirs, G Booster for 200, even with the G Scope you can strike for 100 down to the bench, which is just insane. So yeah, if you're looking for any of these cards, as always, you can find them on TCGcastle.com. The link is in my video description, so just in case if you're looking for that, you can find it. Now, TCG Center 5 code will also give you 5% discount on your purchase, so keep that in mind. So let's do a few games so you can actually see how this deck performs in the action, so see you in the game. Alright, so the first 7 cards, no basic Pokemon in my hand. That's 1 extra card for my opponent, already at the beginning. So I'm starting with Jirachi. I guess that's the worst possible start I could get. I think it is. Oh, it's a Greninja break on the other side. There is no Hex Maniac in a format 2014, so you can't use Hex Maniac, unfortunately. Alright, there is 1 Water Energy attached to the Turn Flame, and it's my turn. The top deck is going to be Virizion, which is not that bad, I guess. More than that, I can just scrap the tool from that Jirachi on the bench, and then I can just play and pretty much hopes to find maybe something useful, like for example Skyarrow Bridge. Alright, I think this is going to be it for now, definitely. Don't want to rush here too much, just because next turn I can Skyarrow Bridge attached and play. I can retreat, attach 1 energy down to my Virizion, strike with my Emerald Slash for 50, and search myself for 2 energies. Oh, it's actually a Omastar break. Probably it's a Aerodactyl deck on the other side. If it's Aerodactyl, he can easily go for 120 here. There's a Trainer's Mail, and if there's Archie in his hand, he can easily... Oh, no Archie in his hand. Okay, luckily for me, I guess. If there was Archie, he would be allowed to pick that Omastar from his discard pile, put it into play pretty much easily. Skyarrow Bridge, 1 energy to be attached, and then I'm going with my... Definitely with 10. I'm helping my opponent also here, but I definitely need... Oh, that's bad. There is no sign of the Genesect for me. Alright, at least I have Skyla for next turn. Emerald Slash is going to be for 50, plus 20 for that Muscle Band. Do I want to attach 2 energies? No, simply. The answer is going to be no. Because I don't need energies on my Virizion. There is Old Amber, Aerodactyl, but unfortunately no sign of the Aerodactyl. 1 energy to be attached on the Jirachi. And there we go with N. Alright, so a lot of N's already has been played, but unfortunately none of us managed to set up properly. And finally I'm seeing first Genesect here. There is Old Amber for my opponent, and first Aerodactyl for him in play. Okay, so Jet Draft can strike for 120, which is very powerful attack, to be honest. On the other side, good thing is that I can use as often as I can my Plasma Energy and just force my opponent to promote 1 other Pokemon in active position, so I can use free Pokemon Catcher with my red signal. I'm thinking about Ultra Ball for Skyla. So I can add myself another Genesect in play, then I can Super Rod that energy back into my deck before I decide to roll with my Juniper for 7. It's very important to keep those energies in deck. So Juniper for 7 will give me nothing special, I guess, just another Genesect. I don't even know if I need 3 Genesect so far in play. So this is going to be 70. 2 energies are going to be attached down to my Genesect-EX without Plasma Energy. Alright, there we go. So next turn I'm able to strike for 100, but the most important thing is that I can always use my red signal and catch another Pokemon from his bench to the active position. This is another Old Amber Aerodactyl. And Fossil Excavator Kit for 2 more old embers, so he can recycle them back right now again. Alright, so there is 1 more Aerodactyl on the bench. And another old ember. So I will need something like Muscle Band here, so I can just go for 1-hit knockout, I guess, against his Aerodactyls. Because in the other way, simply I can strike only for 100. Right now he can go for 120. Striking for 120, I will still have 10 HP left. Oh, there's a Lysander on my Jirachi. No, on my Genesect. Okay, Jet Draft 120. Just like that. Let's see what I can top deck. Hopefully something great. And yes, it is. Definitely it is something great. I shouldn't do that, actually. I shouldn't do that, to be honest. But I did. I'm thinking just about maybe striking with another 70. Definitely 1 energy is gonna be attached. Okay, never mind. I guess I can just knock out his Aerodactyl here with the Megalo Cannon and spread 20 damage down to his another Aerodactyl on the bench. So next turn, I can't have knockout, but I'm gonna be close for the knockout. Maybe I should actually better go with another Emerald Slash here. But I guess it's okay. Too many dead cards in my hand at this moment, and there's Professor Sycamore. So yeah, I should have definitely played my Enhanced Hammer. I don't know why I did that. I did so bad call playing that Enhanced Hammer, to be honest. And there's a Jet Draft for 120, so he can drop 2 cards from his prizes, just like that. And of course, right now, I'm actually short for a lot of damage here to knockout. Nice. It's a top deck. Very nice top deck. I guess I can at least take 1 more prize. I mean, I should definitely do that. I should definitely do that. I'm going to put another Virizion down to the bench and Juniper for 7. Okay, 2 energy switches, Colress Machine. None of these cards are useful right now, but I can Emerald Slash for another knockout here, and I can get myself 2 energy cards. I only have like 1 grass energy left. That's very scary. Alright, another Genesect-EX. At least I have 2 energy switches, so 2 energy switches are gonna be good, because it will provide me 2 more energies down to my Genesect-EX on the bench, so Genesect number 2. We are both equal right now with the prize cards. There is puzzle of time for my opponent. Not sure if he's gonna be able to take, 2 cards from his discard pile. Alright, with 2 pieces of puzzles. Good thing is that next turn I can just, simply, there is end, so I'm going to lose 2 of my energy switches. Alright. So basically, in this case, he can have very easily knockout against my Jirachi once in the game, but he just needs to find that V-Seeker for Lysander, I guess. Well, that was a very nice top deck, and I'm just looking forward to retreat down to my bench. I know what is going to happen next turn. Next turn it's going to be very painful for me, I guess, because my opponent is going to be ready to just knocks me out with his Jirachi, and I will lose my energy, and he can strike for 10, and I'm not capable to knock him out, but luckily G Booster will do the job, unfortunately. Oh, there is actually a Turn Flame in the active spot. That's interesting. Actually, G Booster can go through everything, so that Jirachi Stardust effect is not going to be effective, I guess. There is 1 Super Rod, of course, for those Aerodactyls, and probably 1 Turn Flame. He don't want to reshuffle back his Almastar in the deck. It's just not worth, I guess. Alright, so far Aero Blitz for 40, and I guess I need N to play next turn, definitely. Before I decide to go with my N, I should go with my G Booster, I guess. Nice, there's top deck Town Map. Still have 1 energy left. Well, that's interesting. Let's just do that. Energy switch down to my Genesect, and so I can end my opponent, of course, and just knock out his cards from the hand that he actually drew. And then I can simply, you know, use my Megalo Cannon, knock out his Turn Flame, and the most important thing, drop that Grass Energy that I actually need to knock out his Jirachi next turn with my G Booster. And luckily, it looks like I'm gonna be able to win this match. I still have 2 prize cards to take. It's not gonna be easy, especially because I need to discard too many resources with my Megalo Cannon. And somehow I feel that might be better just to pass the turn. Not sure why, but somehow I feel that's gonna be... Oh no, I don't need to pass my turn actually here anymore. I can just retreat because he don't have benched Pokemon in play. I can go with my Megalo Cannon with the G Booster actually for 200, and that knocks out his Jirachi for my last prize. So at the end, the G Booster was a secret weapon and the MVP in this game, so I managed to win the game. Alright, so let's call the heads. And luckily I managed to win the coin flip, so I can go first. Let's see. Okay, starting with my Genesect here, I have 2 Grass Energies, Ultra Ball, Town Map, and a Muscle Band. It's not that bad, I guess, but if it's a Mega Mewtwo on the other side, it's gonna be so freaking hard to play against that deck. I can tell that for sure. Shadow Triad. Okay, I can have turn 2 knockout, but not sure how smart it's gonna be. I can always go for my Virizion, but I feel like I'm going to lose so much time here putting that Virizion in play and going all around with it. Probably. But okay, there is Juniper for 7. Another Virizion for me, and this is just gonna be it. I mean, I can pass my turn. I mean, next turn I will probably go with the Skyla for Skyarrow Bridge, and then I can just go with my Emerald Slash for 70. Maybe even if I get lucky, knock out one of his double Colress energies, but that's not gonna happen because he just attached one Psychic Energy. Alright. There is Hoopa-EX. I mean, if I see a couple Shamans, I'm gonna be able to one-hit knock them out with my Megalo Cannon pretty much easily. That's the something that I really like. But I need to strike with my Megalo Cannon as fast as I can, because it's very important to have 20 damage on his Mewtwo on the bench, so I can just G Booster him for 200, and plus those 20 damage are gonna be enough for the knockout. I see first Shaman in play. So if there's not going to be Pearl City, I'm looking at my first 2 prize cards here. But of course, I first need to get my Genesect with 2 energies and that Red Signal Plasma Energy to knock him out. And of course, with Muscle Band, so many pieces of puzzles I actually need in this case. Okay, I'm thinking about just for this turn playing Skyla. And unfortunately for me, I need to take that Skyarrow Bridge. But I guess I should play that actually much smarter than I did. I should go with my Colress, trying to get basically... Alright, never mind. Never mind, did a tiny misplay. I should actually go around here. Muscle Band, Emerald Slash for 70. Yes, I want to add 2 energies because I need Tool Scrapper actually in this case. Tool Scrapper is a very powerful card. You can scrap his Spirit Link so he can't evolve without losing the turn. I actually didn't do that. There's a Garbodor in play. And if he managed to get pretty much Tool attached on it, this is going to be game over for me, I guess, because I'm not going to be able to use my Red Signal, knock out his Shaman on the bench. But who knows, maybe next turn I can even knock out his Mewtwo in the active spot with my Genesect. I just need 1 energy, there is another Psychic Energy, and it's going to be Shadow Shot for 60, so I actually have pretty damn luck here. I can definitely say that. So 1 huge Colress for 8. I really miss this card in the standard format. Oh, so many energies. So many. energies. What did I do? Oh my goodness, what I did right now. Oh my gosh, I accidentally attached energy on my Virizion instead of Genesect. Okay, that was so bad. At least I'm gonna use another Emerald Slash, but it's gonna be just for one energy, I guess. You gotta be kidding me that I did that. I should just go straight for the knockout here, and I misclicked that energy attachment onto the Virizion. Okay, right now probably Mega Mewtwo is just gonna happen, or who knows what. Yep, it's gonna be Mega Mewtwo, but probably on the one on his bench at Mewtwo's. Alright, so at the end, I actually didn't get pretty damn luck here. Yes, of course I want to attach that Megalo Cannon energy from my hand. Of course I want to retreat, and of course I want to use my Megalo Cannon and strike for 120 and the 20 down to his Mewtwo, because next turn I can pull 4 prize cards if he actually misses opportunity to get something here. And at the end, pulling 4 prize cards and still having 1 extra Plasma Energy in my hand to knock out his Shaman is going to be just very big deal. Alright, so a double knockout at the end. Okay, so let's grab Muscle Band, Shadow Triad. Thinking about... well, maybe he can top deck in and still win the game here. I mean, Mega Mewtwo can still be great. I mean, he just needs to get all of these cards. Oh no, he just decides to quit. Alright. Okay, so let's go with the heads one more time. And unfortunately, this time I didn't want the coin flip, so let's take a look at the opening hand. Oh, of course, no basic Pokemon as well, so we'll need to grab 7 new cards and hope to find that Virizion in the opening hand is going to be very important. Okay, close, but not enough. There we go, Virizion, and the most important thing, there is a Mr. Mime for my bench. Of course I want to put it down to my bench. No doubt about that, especially against Finite Yveltal. Mr. Mime is going to be a very big deal here. So, like they predict the future 2 years ago. Okay, so it's a Dark Rage Retina actually. Oh, it's not the Finite Yveltal. That means that I don't need my Mr. Mime here, but okay, let's see. XP share down to Giratina, 1 Darkness Energy on the Darkrai, and Trainer's Mail already played, and there's a N. Okay, luckily I put down all Pokemons from my hand down to my bench, so I don't need to recycle and drop them back. There's just Skyla. Guess I can go with my Skyla for something like Ultra Ball. Fighting Fury Belt. Oh, this is gonna be a very tough match for me, I guess. Fighting Fury Belt, Ultra Ball for Shaman-EX, no doubt about that. So he can set up for 5 extra cards, maybe even for Hoopa. No, actually for Yveltal-EX. That's kind of surprisingly here. He didn't. Oh, he has Shaman already in his hand for 6. That's perfect. That was just perfect. Alright, another Max Elixir, 1 more energy. Nope, not gonna happen. Another Trainer's Mail, maybe for another Max Elixir. Nope, just for Sycamore. Okay. Just for Sycamore, and my turn is nice top deck. Definitely. Let's go just with 1 Skyla here, because I can't do too much here. I can get myself Skyla, and I can maybe pick that. Let's go with the Town Map, actually. I can actually be slower here and just take advantage seeing what's in my prize cards. passing the turn because for next turn I can always use N and get myself 6 new cards. So I can always find that Tool Scrapper to scrap those XP shares and extra tools from my opponent Pokemons in play. Right now he can go for maybe 90, which is very powerful, but again, it's all I need, 2 energies down to my Genesect, and that's pretty much it. So there's a Pearl City, 3 down to him, minus 20 for me. Okay, didn't expect to see that. So 1 huge Professor Sycamore for 7, another Shamey knocked out. I mean knocked out down to the prize cards, not from the game. Alright, Shadow Triad is a top deck for me. I guess I'm gonna play that N right now for 6 new cards. There is Skyarrow Bridge and Tool Scrapper and 2 copies of Muscle Bands. Of course, I want to play 2 copies of Muscle Bands and 1 Emerald Slash. I just didn't put my Stadium in play. No, why I did that? Okay, this mistake is gonna cost me actually a knockout next turn against his Darkrai because I didn't put my Skyarrow Bridge in play. But okay, never mind for that, I guess. Virizion is gonna be knocked out. I have Colress Machine, I have an Enhanced Hammer just in case of that Double Dragon Energy. Well, I should be in so good position right now if I did actually replace that Pearl City, but I didn't. It actually happens. Sometimes your hand is faster than your brain. So there is nice top deck. It's time for that Skyarrow Bridge. There is no doubt about that. And it's also time for XP for that Tool Scrapper to scrap some tools. 1 Colress Machine for 1 Plasma Energy. 1 Enhanced Hammer. Oh boy, that was a very big turn here. And 1 N. Okay. So more than that, 1 energy can be actually attached down to my Virizion. After I did that, I can just go for 120 and spread 20 damage down to his Giratina. It should be actually right now knockout on his Darkrai, but unfortunately it's not, so he can still go for 90. I guess it's okay. I mean, at least next turn I can just use Red Signal and tries to knock out Shaman on the bench and steal Darkrai and pull 4 prize cards. I guess I'm gonna do that. Alright, so another Pearl City. Luckily there is... Oh, so he removes the Shaman from play, so that's not gonna happen. Still I can just... grab that... Yep, unfortunately, I need to do that. I need to play my Juniper for 7, and I need to get my Plasma Energy. Oh, luckily there it is. There is a Plasma Energy, so I can attach it down to my, again, active Genesect. I should do that onto my bench Genesect. Never mind, Megalo Cannon will be enough for the knockout. And I'm ready for maybe double knockout here. Who knows? I can take G Booster and Grass Energy. I mean, the fact here is that I can also next turn maybe just Skyla for something like you will see right now what I'm thinking to do. Okay, so if he don't have Energy Switch, okay, I'm fine. Alright, so right now I will just perform 1 crazy play here because I know that I have another Tool Scrapper in play. So I'm going to use my Skyla. And I'm going to get myself that Tool Scrapper. With the Tool Scrapper you can actually remove also 1 tool from your Pokemon in play. So I can do this and I can do that. Alright, so I can scrap 2 tools. I can attach my G Booster to my active Genesect and then I can play my Plasma Energy, active my ability, catch his Yveltal on the bench, and then pretty much strike with my G Booster for 200, discarding 2 energies. Okay, let those energies actually be Plasma Energies. And there we go. His Yveltal with 3 energies is just knocked out, and I can pull 2 more prize cards, and I think the game is over actually. I can get myself another Plasma Energy and Skyla, you know, just in case. I know that he will promote his baby Yveltal in the front. and I have another Plasma Energy sitting in my hand, so he just desperately needs to get that end. There is no end, which means the game is over. I can just... Oh no, it's not over. I'm short for 1 energy. Blah. Okay, never mind. I can still use Skyla for Energy Switch, and then I can play my Energy Switch and switch one of energies from my Virizion down to my active Genesect. And then I can go actually for the 100, my Megalo Cannon, and strike 20 down to his Yveltal, and right now the game actually is over. So this deck is just insane. So guys, once again, I hope you enjoyed watching this video where I actually play with the deck from the 2014 versus the current decks in the standard format in the 2016-2017 almost, and it works just perfect. It actually managed to beat 3 different decks, and I'm kind of surprised how Genesect Virizion deck is still good in this current format. So once again, guys, I hope you enjoy watching this video. Don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to the channel for more future videos. If you have any questions, don't forget to leave comments below. Till the next time, have a nice day and goodbye.